Alright guys, so it's February 15th today, and I think it has been a couple months since we started this whole process this year in 2018, 2019, this winter however, and everything's doing good. As you can see, these guys are growing really well, and like I've told you in the past, I am documenting this as much for me as I am for you guys, so that I can look back in future years and see exactly what I did, what worked and what didn't work. And I know I've got a lot of different fig propagation videos out over the last couple of years, but this one I'm titling the title the same all the way through and putting it into a series so that we can kind of follow along with how these particular figs are doing. Now, some of these are sold. I had an auction on eBay for 8 of them, and they're sold. And if any of you guys who ended up winning some of these figs here are waiting on your figs, I appreciate you giving me the chance to wait to send them a little bit longer, because we had a massive snow, and I mean just uncharacteristically heavy snow for our area. It was over a foot deep at one point, and we're just not set up for that in this area, and it was freezing cold down into the teens at one point, and it's just not safe to send these guys. But we're starting to warm up, the snow's melting, and I'll be shipping them out pretty soon in another week or so, just whenever the weather kind of turns here. But these guys are doing so well. So these were the cuttings. There were 2 batches here. One of them's a month ahead. These guys that I up potted to bigger cups are a month ahead of most all of these guys here. And the reason I up potted these ones are because these are the varieties that I don't have yet, that, well, I've got some of them, but most of them I don't have yet, and these are going to be my mother's going forward, the ones I'm going to keep at my place. But man, they're just doing so well. Look at that. I up potted them, and a week or so later they're starting to get some new beautiful growth. I love that green growth, and tons of roots filling out the bigger cups now. And so these guys are just doing really well. This method worked out perfectly, and as you can see, this way of doing things versus how I did it before, where I overwatered, I mean, almost all of them lived. I think 2 of them out of this second little group didn't make it, and you know, for whatever reason, who knows, not all cuttings make it, but they're just doing fantastic. There's that little Martinenca Ramada, and this one's sold on eBay, and you can see it's got tons of roots right there, and it's already starting to send out a whole bunch of new growth and just looking beautiful. That black Ishia sold as well. That's just a beautiful one, and it's already sending up new growth there. So I'm gonna have to get these guys shipped out, but like I said, I'm just waiting for the weather to turn. But I think so far this has been my most successful year yet with the figs, and it was done. If you go back to the beginning of these videos, and I'll put a link up in the corner there, but if you go back to the beginning of these videos, we stuck these in the fine fir bark over bottom heat, so that the bottom heat, the rooting medium was about 10 degrees warmer than the ambient air. They were outside in an area that is about 50 degrees, the ambient air is. The rooting medium was about 60. And no lighting. I just had the cuttings sticking out there. No humidity. They were just out into the air. I just kind of misted them with a spray bottle every so often to keep the top of the medium from drying out. That's it. I didn't water them or anything, but they sat out there for a month, grew tons of roots, brought them inside, carefully watered them. Didn't soak them, but just carefully watered them every once in a while, just to keep the soil just slightly dampened. And here's what we get. They're just ready to take off. And now I am ready for spring, so we can get these guys outside and just watch them take off and grow beautifully. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. It's going to be a short one, but I just wanted to kind of finish off this little round of fig cuttings here and show you what they've done and how far they've come in just a short amount of time. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed it. Have an awesome week. I'll see you in the next video. Adios.